So this is one of those devices that most people don't really think about until they absolutely need it. And then suddenly, it becomes the most important thing in the room. A printer. And not just any printer, but a monochrome laser printer built for speed, simplicity, and what I'd call no-drama printing. This is the Canon imageCLASS LBP172dw. Now on paper, this looks like your standard office printer. White box. Minimal design, no flashy elements trying to grab attention. But what makes it interesting is everything it's not trying to be. It's not trying to scan. It's not trying to copy. It's not trying to be a full all-in-one solution that does 15 things at once and ends up doing none of them perfectly. This is a single-function printer. And that focus actually matters more than you'd think. Because once you start using it, the experience is very straightforward. You send a document, and it prints. Fast. Like, genuinely fast in a way that makes you double-check if it actually processed your command twice. Up to 35 pages per minute sounds like a spec sheet flex, but in real use, it translates to something much more practical. You're not waiting around. You're not planning your workflow around printing anymore. You just print and move on. And that's kind of the theme here. This printer doesn't ask for attention. Setup is also surprisingly painless. Wireless connection, mobile printing support, and it actually behaves well with phones and laptops without needing a full IT department to configure it. If you've ever wrestled with older printers, you know that's not always guaranteed. There's also Duplex printing built in, which means it handles both sides of the page automatically. Again, not something you think about until you realize how much paper you're saving without doing anything extra. But what stands out the most is the consistency. Laser printers usually have this reputation of being reliable but boring. And yeah, that applies here too. But boring in this context is a good thing. It means you don't think about maintenance every week. You don't deal with clogged ink or random streaks on documents when you need something urgent. It just works. And in a world where almost every device is trying to be smart, connected, AI-enhanced, subscription-based, or constantly updated, there's something refreshing about a product that just focuses on one job and does it well. Of course, it's not perfect. It's monochrome only, so if you're expecting color prints, this isn't it. And it's not meant for creative workflows or photo printing. This is strictly for documents, reports, forms, things that belong in an office environment or a serious home setup. But that's also why it makes sense. It knows exactly what it is. The footprint is compact enough that it doesn't dominate your desk, and the build feels like it's designed to sit in one place for years without being touched too much, except when you actually need it. And that kind of reliability is underrated now. We're so used to devices that demand constant interaction, notifications, and updates, that something like this feels almost invisible. Until you need it, and then it becomes essential again. So the real question isn't whether this is the most exciting device you'll see this year. It clearly isn't. The question is whether you value speed, consistency, and simplicity in something that's usually overcomplicated. And if the answer is yes, then this quietly becomes one of those tools you stop noticing, because it's always doing its job right in the background.